welcome to Lauren's Travels. It is my end of the year review, so grab a drink because we're going to be here for a little while, just kind of talking about everything that's happened this year and what's to come for next year. Last year I filmed this end of the year review wrap-up video in a park, and I'm doing it again this year. I'm at Lake Lily Park in Maitland. Unfortunately, we are still dealing with the coronavirus pandemic and don't know when that's going to stop. But there were some good things that happened this year. Number one for me was that I got to go back to work. Being out of work almost all of 2020 was really hard. And so getting the chance to go back to my same position and actually learn new skills and become very successful in those skills was a plus for me this year. And it just kind of made me look forward to the future, being back at work. So that was definitely a plus for me this year. Another personal plus was actually seeing more family and friends this year than I did in 2020. So that was another bonus, because who doesn't want to be around the people they love? And through the pandemic and figuring it all out in 2020 made us kind of stay away from each other. So safely being together, vaccinated, it was so much better this year for that reason alone. I got to travel again and got to go to Detroit and explore lots of areas of Detroit and see a Tigers game and go to the Henry Ford Museum. So those were bonuses for me personally, just leaving the state and getting to travel a little bit more. And more of that is to come in 2022, but stay tuned to the end of this video to see where I'll be going next. And finally, I did have a lot of channel growth. I'm actually very close to the 700 subscriber mark at this moment. So if you enjoy my channel, please share it with others. Hopefully in the year 2022, I'll hit that 1,000 mark. Talk favorite vlog moments of the year, shall we? Another plus to this year was actually getting to stay at the Polynesian Resort. It was always a bucket list Disney resort destination for me, and thanks to my friend Elizabeth, Felicia and I and her, we all stayed there for one night and got to say goodbye to Happily Ever After, which was the fireworks show that they did at the Magic Kingdom. So that was another highlight for the year for me, being able to spend time with my friends at a place that we've all wanted to stay at for so long. It was definitely a really fun part of the year for me. And if you've been following along with my other Universal vlogs, I have stayed at almost all of the Universal Orlando Resort hotels. I got to stay this year at Cabana Bay, which is an instant favorite. Its theming is just right up my alley, and I need to go back honestly next year and stay and experience their lazy river, because I didn't get to do it. It was too cold when I went. Stayed at the Portofino a few times. I loved that hotel. It's beautiful. It gives you the unlimited express, and it's within walking distance to the parks. Got to stay at the Sapphire Falls Resort for the opening night of Halloween Horror Nights, and also check out Aventura. So I've done almost all of them. My birthday's coming up next month in January, and I get to cross off my final one, which is the Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort. So stay tuned for that video. But yeah, I'm happy to have been able to stay at almost all the hotels, and I will have a kind of summary video after I've stayed at Royal Pacific, just kind of talking about each of them, what I liked, what I didn't like, and hopefully that will help you, if you are planning a trip to Universal, decide where you would like to stay. Speaking of Halloween Horror Nights, that was another obvious plus to the year. This was the anniversary year for the event, and I do have a video project that I'm working on, and I promise it's coming soon in 2022. It's just a big project, so it's a lot for me to work on, especially with limited time off to do so. So look forward to that Halloween Horror Nights video. But it was an amazing event. I had so much fun, got to do things that I've never done before for the event, so I really, really loved it. I also got to see Hollow Scream at SeaWorld. It was their first year for a Halloween event like that, and I can't wait to go back again in 2022, because they just did a great job with the event, and the houses were really, really cool and original. So I liked that, and I can't wait to go back and visit again. And another thing I got to do this year was visit conventions. I went to MegaCon with my friend Ken and Spooky Empire, and both of those were really fun. I like to be able to see different creators, especially in the Orlando area, but also they come from all over the country to these conventions. So you kind of open your eyes to more small shops and artists and just kind of take in the fandoms from both these communities. It's a fun place to be. I had a really good time at both events, and hopefully I can do more conventions in 2022. So what is next for 2022? That Halloween Horror Nights project is coming, I promise, but that is something that I am working towards putting out next year, as well as another theme park history video. I'm going to be doing a history video on the Pirates Wax Museum that was supposed to be before they decided to make it a ride over at Disneyland. I do want to focus a little less on theme park vlogs. I feel like everyone in Orlando makes that kind of content, and no shade to them, but I just kind of want to do stuff that's different. I try to do things that are different anyways, at least with anything that's theme park centered. Like my history videos, I try to make sure that it hasn't been done before, or if it has, I'm doing it in a different way, something unique to the table. Want to do more attractions that people may or may not have heard of, and just kind of give more options than theme parks when people are planning their trip to Florida. And I do have travel vlogs planned. I actually booked my first trip of 2022, which is going to be New York City. So very excited for that. Hopefully we'll be able to show you a lot of what I get up to in New York with my best friend Michelle, who I have not seen since our wedding, which was like 4 years ago. So it's been way too long. We are overdue for a catch up. And we actually got tickets to go see Beetlejuice. Of course, I cannot film in there, but I will show you as much as I can of that experience. And I'm just really looking forward to that trip. So that is coming in summer of 2022. And of course, big goal, I want to hit 1,000 subscribers. I know numbers are not everything, but 1,000 would be nice. This year has been a rough one for so many people, and it's been really hard at times, and I felt a lot of burnout with this channel specifically, but also other things in life. And so that's why I kind of wasn't around for November, and I apologize, but sometimes you just really need to just stop and just take a moment and recollect yourself and do what makes you happy. Sometimes I do need to take a break, especially if I'm feeling a creative block, but I have a lot of ideas and a lot of things in my mind for 2022 that I can't wait to share with you, and hopefully this will bring about something different, at least to Orlando vloggers and Orlando YouTube channels, because I feel like a lot of it is the same and we need to branch out. And so if you have ideas or suggestions on what you want to see, where you want to see me go, definitely leave them in the comments. I am looking forward to getting more creative in 2022. And that's the end of videos for this year. Thank you so much for all of your support and continuing to comment and share and try to show other people my channel. I really appreciate it more than you'll ever know. And here's to 2022. Let's make it a better one than 2021 was. I'll see you next time on Lauren's Travels. Bye!